about cleaning your surfaces, you want to be sure not to get any debris down in your coolant jackets, coolant ports, however you call them, or your bolt holes. And you definitely want to make sure that nothing abrasive makes contact with a cylinder wall. Every time you're cleaning the head of a piston, you want to have it all the way at top dead center, and unless you're replacing rings like I'm going to be in the future, you'll want to have everything else that you're not working on taped off to ensure that the only thing you're putting an abrasive surface against is where you intend to clean, being the top of the piston and the surface where your heads mount with a multi-layer steel gasket. Today, to clean my surfaces, I'm going to be using, you guessed it, a Harbor Freight special, nylon bristles with 240 grit. When it comes to these bristles against the surface you're working on, I'm going to try and keep the angle a little bit more shallow and not as direct. That way I have a broader contact surface and it's less aggressive against this surface that I want to make sure to keep as perfect as possible.
Mine's on, I can't turn it off. Late nights and I'm turning up. Hate life, then I learn to love. Down and out, now I'm way above. I always knew I had it. Now I'm living out my dreams. Treat that money like an addict. It's a habit. I'm a fiend. Feeling that rush. Rocket ready to launch. Hands up, ready and gone. Been waiting too long. Trust on plenty, that's wrong. Old me's dead and that's gone. Thank God I'm headstrong. I don't wanna wake up with a doubt that I show 'em everything I'm about. I ain't never going out. I ain't never getting for no clout. Now I'm sitting pretty on the cloud. I'm up now. I'm up now. 20,000 on a bus down. A bus down. I'm on my way up, going up now. Up now. And I ain't never gonna touch down. Touchdown. I ain't never gonna.
If you move your next piston to top dead center, if you see some fluid or residue running down your bore, like I do, go ahead and wipe that out with a paper towel. Whatever method you're using to clean your surface, make sure you're not rubbing up against this alignment extension piece right here on either side. You definitely don't want to damage that, make it thin, or give it any reason to cause you issue. When you're getting your gasket material off of your surface, don't just sit in one direction and keep going. Work the x-axis and the y-axis. Make sure you're hitting it from all kinds of angles. When you're in here with whatever tool you're using to clean up your surface, if it's a drill with a wheel like mine, don't get too close to any of your harnesses or anything. If you rub a hole through those and crack open one of those wires, you might make something not work and it'll be a bad day. Alright, now this side's pretty clean, I can move on to this side. Whew. If your drill starts sounding whining, go ahead and put a fresh battery in. I'm just using an 18mm ratchet to turn my crank. On these heads, I'm just going to worry about the mating surface. I'm not going to be too concerned about getting those valves all cleaned up. Now that my cylinders are all cleaned up, I'm ready to put my heads back on and get this puppy going. Now that my block surfaces are all cleaned up and my head surfaces are all cleaned up, I'm ready to install a new head gasket Put the heads back on and torque them down. Put a light film of your manufacturer's recommended oil for your engine on all your surfaces, just to prevent any corrosion that may happen. There's a learning curve.